We gathered 11 of the industry's best cordless reciprocating saws from Milwaukee, DeWalt, Flex, Bosch, Ryobi, Metabo HPT, Ridgid, Skil, Makita, Hilti, and Craftsman. And today, we're gonna be putting them all head to head in one video. Normally, we'd introduce you to the field and talk about some specs, but we're so excited about our first round of testing that we're just gonna jump right in. For those of you that are sports fans, you'll be familiar with the bracket elimination system. And for this head to head, we're using a hybrid version to work through the matchups a little bit quicker. What we did is, we built a 12-inch wide mini wall section. It consists of 3 standard kiln dried 2x4s, each with 3 16D nails in the ends. It has 7/16 OSB plywood and a layer of James Hardie panel board to round out what we're gonna call our sandwich wall section. The average time of 3 cuts was made with only downward pressure being the weight of the tool and an attached 5-pound weight. We did use 9-inch long Milwaukee Record nitrous carbide multi-material blades that have a 6 TPI. I did rock the saws up and down a little bit to help get the chips out of the way as the cuts were made. Only 8 of the saws made the cut for this competition, as the Skil, Craftsman, and Ryobi were too slow to be competitive with the rest. With the stage set, let's take a look at our first matchup, Milwaukee versus Hilti. Two big names in the industry. Hilti did not have the brunt to outpace Milwaukee and took about 9 seconds more to make the same cut. Milwaukee jumps to the preliminary finals and Hilti moves to the semifinals. Next up are Flex and Ridgid, both tradesmen's favorite depending on which home improvement big box store is your go-to. With about a 7-second spread, the Flex is quicker through the sandwich wall than Ridgid in this elimination final. Ridgid is out of the fight and Flex moves to the semifinal. Two more big names with even bigger fan bases. We have DeWalt against Bosch. So far, this is the closest matchup with less than a second separating these two tools in the sandwich wall test. Bosch is going to have to take a bow to DeWalt. Bosch is out and DeWalt moves to the semifinal. The next test pits two cordless tool giants against each other, Metabo HPT versus Makita. The competition is getting tight between Metabo HPT and Makita, with just a half a second separating their times. The win goes to Metabo HPT, which jumps ahead to the preliminary final, and Makita gets a chance in the semifinals. The final 4 of our semifinal bracket is set, with Hilti, Flex, DeWalt, and Makita set to face off in the second round. Let's run our semifinal bracket to see if any of these reciprocating saws can make the best of a second chance. We'll start with Hilti versus Flex. The worldwide giant Hilti could not take out the heavy-duty startup Flex with a 5-second time separation between them. Hilti is eliminated and Flex moves to the preliminary finals. Let's see which one of these, the DeWalt or the Makita, is able to redeem itself. This test was hardly a competition, with DeWalt taking about 10 seconds more to make the same cut as the Makita. DeWalt is out, and Makita found a spot in the preliminary finals. So Makita and Flex both survived the semifinals. Let's see which of our current winners will be joining them for the preliminary final, starting with Milwaukee and Makita. It's a tight matchup. On paper, these reciprocating saws bring the speed and the power, but the Milwaukee takes Makita with just a half-second faster cut through the sandwich wall. Makita is out, and Milwaukee moves to the grand final. Now, for the last two reciprocating saw powerhouses, Metabo HPT versus Flex. Flex put up a good fight, but it was not enough. Metabo HPT was about 5 seconds faster in the same cut. Flex is out, and Metabo HPT moves to the grand final. If I was a betting man, I would have already lost based on my own opinions prior to using these tools. The grand final matchup between Milwaukee and Metabo HPT, I did not see coming. This one is down to the wire. Milwaukee and Metabo HPT both giving all they have. With hardly a half a second separation in their times, the Milwaukee just barely sneaks ahead and wins this test. That was fun, right? Congrats to Milwaukee on taking our first test. But we're not done yet, and we still have to figure out who really is the best cordless reciprocating saw out there. Let's take a closer look at each of our competitors and their under the hood specs. Bosch comes in with a GSA 18V126. Boasting the kickback control, 6-speed settings, and an end-of-cut detection system. You get a lot of power and tech for your demolition work. We used a core 18-volt, 8-amp-hour amp-share battery for our testing. Craftsman's CMCS351 V20 brushless RP reciprocating saw lets you make quick cuts in tight spaces thanks to its compact size. Power came from a V20 6-amp-hour lithium battery pack. The DeWalt DCS389 60-volt is always a fan favorite that brings no-nonsense, beefy build quality to the job site. It was powered by a 60-volt max 4-amp-hour flex volt battery. Demolition is no problem for the Flex FX2271Z thanks to its vibration control, keyless blade eject, and sensor-free brushless motor. Testing is done with a 24-volt 6-amp-hour stacked lithium battery. Hilti's SR622 reciprocating saw brings their AVR, Advanced Vibration Reduction, a vacuum connection point and better balance for more comfortable work experience. We tested it with a Neuron 22-volt 8-amp-hour battery. The Makita XGT GRJ02Z reciprocating saw with internal anti-vibration technology allows for less vibration that lets you focus on faster cutting. It ran on a 40-volt max 4-amp-hour XGT battery pack. Metabo HPT CR36DA multi-volt reciprocating saw lets you use a 36-volt multi-volt battery or a plug-in 110-volt AC adapter and comes with UVP, it's user vibration protection built in. Testing was done with a 36-volt 4 amp hour T-Power battery. The Milwaukee 2722 60 M18 Super Sawzall reciprocating saw generates 15 amps of corded power to chew through almost any demolition project. Power came from an 18 volt XC 8 amp hour red lithium forged battery pack. Ridgid R8647 packs a pile of pro features into a slim profile that makes the saw feel nimble in tight spaces. It uses an 18 volt 8 amp hour max output lithium EXP battery for our tests. Ryobi brings their most powerful reciprocating saw to the table with their second generation 1+ HP brushless PBLRS02P. Power came from an 18 volt 4 amp hour high performance edge battery. The Skil PowerCore 20 brushless 20 volt reciprocating saw RS5884 packs in a load of standard features that makes demolition work easy. We ran it with a 20 volt 5 amp hour PowerCore battery. This next test is a speed test of cutting kiln dried yellow pine 2x12. It's a clean cut with no nails, so we're going to use a 9-inch Milwaukee axe for wood with carbide teeth that are spaced at 5 TPI. We used a 5-pound weight for an even down pressure for all the saws, and 3 cuts were made, and we averaged results to find the fastest. When we compared the results, the fastest was the Milwaukee with 8.18 seconds, and Metabo HPT was close behind at just 8.23 seconds. The Makita taking third with 8.29 seconds. While the Milwaukee was hands down the fastest, it came at the expense of vibration, and the cut was not fun at just 8.18 seconds, to the 14.0 seconds of Skil being the slowest. Plumbers often use reciprocating saws for cutting larger diameter PVC pipe, so we figured it would be a valid test to see what these saws can do. We used a 9-inch Milwaukee Torch thick metal blade with 10 TPI, our 5-pound weight for downward pressure, and we made 3 cuts. We took the average to find the times for each saw. Makita glided through the 4-inch PVC like it was warm butter with just 2.79 seconds. Metabo HPT did it in 2.79 seconds, and Milwaukee was close behind at 2.96 seconds. The time spread was pretty tight for this test, as the 4-inch Schedule 40 PVC is not that much of a challenge for any of these saws. Even our DIY Focus models did it in under 5 seconds. From the fastest Makita at 2.79 seconds to the slowest Ridgid at 5.6 seconds, there is less than a 3-second separation between them. For our final test, we left what is probably the most difficult cut you can ask any of these saws to do, and that is cutting ductile cast iron pipe. Even when combined with a custom blade like the Milwaukee Torch thick metal cast iron nitrous carbide with 8 TPI, it will give you and your tools a challenge. We just did 1 cut with each saw just to get an idea of the time, and honestly, after doing 1 cut with each of these tools, my arms and hands were done thanks to the vibration. I didn't do the 5-pound weight like the other test, as it was not a sufficient amount of pressure to help these saws bite into the cast iron. Even with rocking and muscling the saws, these are slow cuts. The Makita did it the fastest at 41.24 seconds, with Milwaukee close behind at 41.54 seconds, and Hilti giving us a quick surprise finish at 42.59 seconds. With this being the most taxing test we did, the time spread is larger, and 1 saw did not have the oomph to get through the cut. The slowest measured was the Ryobi at 101.25 seconds, and Skil really struggled and did not finish the test. The fastest was the Makita at 41.24 seconds, and Milwaukee came in second. Those are our tests. Now, let's hand out some hardware. We're gonna work through the podium from our 3rd place all the way up to our top pick. In 3rd place, we've got Bosch's GSA 18V126. Bosch has quietly been leveling up its demo saw game, and this latest model proves it. Its excellent vibration control also sets it apart from the rest of the mid-pack models and made it one of the most comfortable saws to run for extended cutting. If you're running the Bosch platform, this is a quality reciprocating saw that does a lot right and earns a podium finish in our testing. Our runner-up in this cordless reciprocating saw showdown goes to Metabo HPT's 36-volt multi-volt. This saw went toe-to-toe with Makita in the wood cutting tests, finishing just fractions behind in the 4-inch PVC, clean wood, and wall sandwich cutting. Even though it slipped down the rankings in cast iron speed, it made up for it big time by matching Makita for the best vibration control in the group. But if you're looking for the best deal among pro-grade models, Metabo HPT gives you the most reciprocating saw for your money. And finally, our best cordless reciprocating saw goes to Makita's 40-volt Max XGT. This saw was nothing short of dominant in our toughest test. It grabbed 1st place in both 4-inch PVC and 3-inch cast iron cutting, proving it has the pure speed and muscle that demolition crews need. Even in the test where it didn't finish first, it remained within striking distance of the leader every time. Makita also delivered top-tier vibration control, tying for the best score in our entire field, making it one of the smoothest, least fatiguing saws to operate under load. There is a trade-off. It's heavier and more expensive than most of the category. But those concessions buy you the only model to check off every single feature we look for in a flagship reciprocating saw. There you have it, folks, the very best cordless reciprocating saw. Do you have any questions about the models we featured in our testing? Leave them in the comments below. What tools do you want to see in our next round of testing? Let us hear that too in the comments. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, do that so you don't miss out on our next video, and make sure to hit that bell button. And as always, thanks for watching.